remember about that series against Philadelphia 2 years ago?
Playing hard and moving on.
Mitch, the brouhaha, I guess, in Game 6, I guess what sparked that, and what got you so angry, I guess, about that?
Two grown men playing competitive basketball. That's kind of the nature of this game, postseason.
Did the NBA call you about the social media posting? Did the NBA talk to you?
Yeah, they did.
What were those conversations like?
Honestly, I forgot. I wasn't paying attention.
Mitch, what are your overall thoughts on facing the Sixers?
Another chance to, continue to play in the postseason. Go out there and just play hard.
You got a history with Emmy. Are you looking forward to that matchup?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player, and it's fun playing against him and stuff like that. So.
Mitch, you get to start Game 1 at Madison Square Garden, and Embiid last night kind of urged Philly fans to make sure that when you guys are in Philly, that they're not selling their tickets. That's never a problem at Madison Square Garden. Just how does the fan base kind of help you in a series like this?
I mean, we got great fans. They travel everywhere. So I mean, that support from them just help us and bring us more energy.
With that history with Embiid, and obviously he dragged you down. There were a couple other incidents in that series also. I mean, do you guys consider him a dirty player?
No, I mean, I don't. I really don't live in the past. It is what it is. So I just move on.
And so it's still part of you is like, I didn't get to finish that series.
I did finish that series.
Right. You didn't finish the next series.
Yeah, I played the first game,
Yeah,
and the second.
Because I didn't get to finish those playoffs
There you go.
because of what happened.
Yeah, I guess.
Mitch, a lot's been said about Philly's size. What advantage do you feel your squad has going into the matchup?
We're fast, strong, and ready to fight.
Mitch, are you excited to? I mean, Embiid is obviously one of the best players in the league. Are you excited to face him and to defend him?
Yeah, it's the postseason. We're trying to reach a goal, so the whole thing is exciting.
What's key to guarding?
Smart guys.
To defending? What's key to guarding? Slowing you down.
Watch out for fouls.
Josh, what's your overall thoughts on facing the team you know a little bit about in Philly?
I don't know. Next series, obviously a good opponent. A championship coach, so we got to come in with a good focus, attention to detail. It's really sound like a broken record, but it's the same thing every series. We just got to make sure we up the level of our focus, attention to detail, discipline, and physicality.
What stood out against that before regular season matchups? You guys split it. There was a big love for you guys.
To be honest, I don't remember the regular season matchups. The regular season matchups are so idiotic to talk about in the postseason because there's so many different variables that go into regular season stuff in terms of your game schedule, back-to-backs, who's in, who's out. So those games are really just flushed. We got a good opponent. We got to make sure we, like I said, are focused and locked in.
How about, if you're not taking into account the regulars, how about 2 years ago in the playoffs? You looking at that? What happened now?
Nah, because we got a different team. I think we had Dante and Zay. Zay was getting cooked. So he not here no more. So maybe, but nah, man. We know it's going to be a tough matchup, and we got prepared.
Josh, what was your initial reaction to hearing that? Was seeing that you'd be playing the Sixers? Are you guys like texting each other? Like, how are you guys feeling? Were you?
Yeah, obviously, I think everybody was watching. We were talking to each other. I mean, I was happy in terms of I didn't have to pack and get on the plane the next day because I wasn't packed at all. So if I've been trying to be in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So if I had to be up to 11, 12 o'clock packing, I was going to be mad. So, happy obviously we got home court advantage, and it was a heck of a game to watch.
In the past, when you put Embiid's out there, they put him on you.
Mhm.
What does that mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like each series is different. I think Atlanta, I don't think there's really many catch and shoot opportunities. I think most of my threes were off the bounce or kind of, within like the last 5 seconds of the shot clock. Here, it's going to be a complete opposite story. I'm going to have really as many catch and shoot, if it's, similar to what it was in the past, probably as many catch and shoot as I want. So I got to go out there, shoot the ball with confidence. I'm a good shooter. I know I'm a good shooter. I trust my work. Do that, and then, when I'm not, taking those shots, screening off ball, screening on ball, holding my screens, and just being decisive.
The series had a couple of 2 years ago had a couple of really thrilling moments come back.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys start add up in 4 years in a row you advanced, but does any stuff from that come back to you about some of the moments that happened in that series?
Nah, I mean that was that was a fun series. We were going punch for punch. So obviously you think of it when you think of that, you always think of the good games, so you guys can guess what games those are. But that you got to turn the page. Those are memories. They don't affect tomorrow, but they were fun memories.
Josh, the games in Philly, the Knicks fans kind of took over the building to an extent. Yesterday, Joel said, kind of sent a message to the fans saying, "Don't sell your tickets to Knicks fans." What do you remember about the old Knicks fans there, and do you expect it to be similar?
Yeah, I mean, I expect it to be similar because Knicks fans travel. They're probably the best team or the best fans in the NBA in terms of traveling and going to games and doing those kind of things. Probably because it might be cheaper to do that than to go to the Garden, but that's our fans, man. They love New York Knicks basketball. They're passionate about it, and we love it because we need them to come out and support. Obviously, home games are most importantly on the road, so it's nice that that's hour 45 drive.
What Philly's doing now is they made it so if you have a certain zip code on your credit card, you can't buy tickets.
Good thing about New Yorkers, man, they're persistent. They don't care, bro. They gonna do it, man. And a lot of people, for a lot of people, money, everything revolves around money. So, if they can get a good price for those tickets, they're gonna sell them. And New Yorkers, like I said, man, they're passionate about the Knicks, and they're gonna come out and show love.
I have two pretty dynamic guards in Maxey.
Mm-hmm.
You did a good job on McCollum, obviously, in the first round. He's a little bit different than those two. I guess, what's the key to slowing those two guys?
Probably just asking Tyrese to slow down a little bit. That would be nice. It's the style defensively is going to be totally different. CJ, he doesn't have that that quick acceleration at his old age. So you can be a little bit more physical with him, man. He a unk. Tyrese and Eshcom, they're on the young side, man. They're quick, they're explosive. So it's definitely a different style of defense. Like I said, hopefully, tell them to slow down a little bit so I can get my hands on them and be physical. But it's gonna be it's a fun matchup.
Josh, what's it like for you as a player in the league to watch a game like last night? I mean, do you watch that impassively? Do you watch that the way a fan would when you see great stuff happen? What is that like for you to watch a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to watch as much as a fan of basketball as I can. Obviously, there's certain situations where I'm sitting there, I'm like, why are they, having this matchup, blitzing here and doing those kind of things. So that's kind of, at this point, second nature. You kind of try, you start to dissect the game a little bit more than you want to. But, yesterday it was punch counter punch, a fun Game 7 to watch as a fan. So I try to watch it as much as a fan as possible and just enjoy, the moment of that.
What did it say about the group, the core group? You're one of the only team left in the NBA to advance the last 4 years into the second round. What did it say personally for you that you've been able to do that?
Not a damn thing, because that's not the goal. The goal isn't to, advance to one series or two series. That's not our goal that we have as individuals, as a team. So, to be honest, that's pretty irrelevant. We got to make sure we do what we're supposed to do, and be focused on advancing in this series. And down the road, hopefully we can appreciate that stat. But as for right now, it's pretty irrelevant.